Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Our conversation continues and now we're focusing on the Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago Talent and Beauty Competition happening on Friday, the 18th of October. That's this Friday at Sapa. Joining us this morning in studio is the founder and executive producer, Erica Keaton, and producer, Mahindra Rampasad. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Mahindra, and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, TNT.
Good morning to the viewers and namaste.
Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence this morning, with your
welcome.
excellent fashion. I know that's a precursor to what we can look forward to coming up this Friday. Now, before we get into that, let's get into the details of this. Erica, you are the founder of Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago. What inspired you to create this pageant?
Okay, that's an excellent question. Thank you very much for it. What inspired me is myself. I see myself as a perfect example and a perfect picture of what Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago should be. Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago is a beauty pageant, and it's a local beauty pageant that embraces culture and diversity. And what we have done this year, we have exposed the pageant to different young ladies from different communities with different ethnic backgrounds.
Okay.
So you are portraying a sari on the night of the event, which is the 18th, and we are representing different communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. But the twist and the dynamic to it is that you can be of any ethnic group. And that's the beauty of it. And I see myself as a perfect example of that because of my background and who I am. I was brought up in a Hindu home. I am mixed. And I see it as a perfect example to break the barriers and to give young ladies the opportunity to showcase ourselves and not be stigmatized. And we are trying to change the dynamics of pageantry. And it's a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. And accepting change is something that we have to learn to manage, and if we want to see that change in society, we have to start the change.
Okay, so let's talk about this. You said changing the dynamic in pageantry.
Yes.
What dynamics are you looking at
That's
shifting?
an excellent question as well. So, changing that dynamics, I was referring to, you are stigmatized as young ladies. Pageantry is you have to be of a certain body size, you have to be of a certain height, you have to be of a certain background. So we are trying to change that stereotype and let young ladies know that you don't have to fit into this box that society is making for you. You could step out of that box and find your space and represent who you are and believe, because a sari is who we are.
Yeah.
A sari is Trinidad and Tobago if you look at it, because a sari does not represent just an oriental wear.
Right.
It represents respect, it represents tradition, and it represents elegance, and we are all beautiful young ladies who want to portray all of that.
That is definitely so true. I mean, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about it and the time it takes to put one on as well.
Yes.
Definitely some good effort there. All right, so we need to come back to some of the details of the pageant, but let's get into the actual day itself. Mahindra, welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
This is happening this Friday.
This
we were
Friday.
discussing off air that it's going to be roughly 3 hours long, if so much. How has production been for that, and what have been maybe some of the most challenging parts thus far?
The production takes time because this year we're making some changes regarding the music. We're making some changes. We want to put out a very dynamic show, right? There's a lot of work into it, and also some of the challenges we face is corporate sponsors, financial sponsors. And after this year, I hope people see it as a motivation. I hope they see it as something worthwhile of supporting and sponsoring, because we are making changes. We are making changes. We are actually teaching these young ladies life skills development also. So these skills they could use to move forward in life. They could help them when they're school. It could help them in their work. It could help them going forward. Help them with their confidence also. But regarding the production, it's going to be spectacular, and you have to be there on Friday. The show starts at 8 p.m. If you need more information on the show itself, you could always call 757-7552. It's going to be spectacular.
It sounds like it's going to be absolutely spectacular. One can only imagine. I mean, once you hear that a sari is in some way involved, you know it's going to be absolutely beautiful. All right, so happening on Friday. Let's speak about the different segments, because I know you would have shared there are some segments within the competition itself.
So this year the competition entails 3 segments. We are kicking off the event with a talent segment, so each young lady will be portraying a talent that best suits them and best represents them. Their talent will be a maximum of 3 minutes, followed by the oriental wear, which is considered your sari segment, followed by the tricky and intriguing part, your question and answer segment. That's the icebreaker at any competition.
Right.
So that's the 3 segments we are looking forward at supper this Friday. Yes.
Okay. And also, I mean, on Friday, somebody is going to be receiving the crown. This is the second one. What duties will the Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago have to?
So this year, Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago Talent and Beauty Competition is celebrating our 2nd birthday. So it's our 2nd annual event we are hosting. The brand, well, once you are crowned the Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago winner, you are now becoming a brand ambassador for the title. You work with the organization hand in hand to do charitable events throughout your community and by extension, the country at large.
Wonderful. Yes. Now, one of the things you would have mentioned is, again, changing the dynamics of the pageant industry in Trinidad and Tobago, and hopefully, of course, we'll see this go throughout the region and the world.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to those dynamics, we've seen in pageantry recently there have been changes when it comes to age, to body, and all these, all that. What about with Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago? Is age also something that has been changed?
Yes. We one of our youngest delegates is 15. She is a very dynamic young lady, and the transmission we saw from the beginning to now is excellent. So we are starting, you can actually say we are starting from 15.
15.
Go up until about 35 right now. Since it's our 2nd annual, we are looking to change up the dynamics next year and bring in maybe the different brackets and tiers for other young ladies.
It seems as though every single year you're doing something to change the dynamic.
We have to keep changing, else we get bored. We get bored. So we have to keep changing and keep the dynamics flowing and keep the excitement there. Because we are a diverse community, a diverse country. Why not keep everything we do spectacular?
Agreed, 100%. Now, we're hearing a lot about evolution and a lot about change. You are the producer, so I can only imagine the duties that continue to just evolve with time as well. Is there any particular aspect of the pageant that you've been working on that you are looking forward to specifically because of the positive impact it's going to have on the young ladies?
I've been working on the entire production itself. So from the start of the event to the end of the event, the production, the whole entire show, the whole entire producing of the event is on my shoulders. So I'm looking forward to the whole entire show. And I'm looking forward to people coming out and supporting this event, supporting the Miss Sari pageant.
Now, you spoke, when we spoke about support a little bit earlier, one of the things you mentioned was the support and the stakeholders.
Yeah.
Would you say that's one of the challenges when it comes to putting this on?
Yeah, it's one of the challenges, not only for us, but it's one of the challenges for pageants in this country.
Right.
Yeah.
And how, I mean, you keep on speaking about, of course, transformation and changing the dynamic of the pageant industry. So I'm assuming that this, of course, is going to be one of the things that's being considered.
Yes.
Have you been able to tackle it thus far?
We have been making some ways into getting into the public sector. But we are working on that.
Right.
It's a work in progress for us.
Work in progress.
No.
We have the backing of the private sector, but I think we can get more because pageantry needs to be recognized as a platform for development and not just a platform for beauty. So it's that we're trying to put brain in front of the beauty and in the pageant industry and get it out there as a platform for growth.
Now, you mentioned development. Well, one of the things you would have mentioned, Mahindra, as well, is the fact that this is all-encompassing and holistic as well. You said you've been working on this from the beginning. Have you seen a change in the delegates as they've been going through the motions?
Yeah, we have a big transformation on them. And if you ask any of the parents, they are amazed with it also. They are very impressed to see the transformation with their child or their daughters, you can consider it. It's a big transformation. From the beginning to now, it's a big change. So that's why we're making Miss Sari. Miss Sari is not only about a pageant. We want to make it the pageant. We want to make it more recognized. We want to make it a self-development program, a life skills also. So when you come out of Miss Sari, it's not only about the title, right? It's about what you learn and you can take and move forward to help you in life, to help you with your self-confidence, to help you to be better in everything you do.
Absolutely beautiful and spectacular. That's going to be our word for this morning. Can you just remind us where we can get more information and tickets before we close?
So those who have been calling us for tickets, we have more tickets now, right? So we went and we get more tickets. So you can reach out to us on 757-7552 and we can get those tickets for you. And the price is reasonable, only $150.
There we go.
Yeah.
Only $150.
Wonderful.
For a spectacular event at Sapa.
Absolutely amazing. Well, Erica and Mahindra, thank you so much
Yeah,
for joining us
most
this
Thank you for
morning.
having us
Thank
here.
you.
I know you're going to have a great time on Friday and looking
We're
forward
looking
to
forward to
seeing
it.
who the Miss Reigning, well, the new Miss Sari
Sari.
Trinidad and Tobago
Yes.
will be. Have a great day.
Thank you so
very
much.
Miss Sari Trinidad and Tobago Talent and Beauty Competition is happening this Friday, the 18th of October at Sapa. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on the show after this break.